Well, hello everyone. I just wanted to take a minute just to show you a new little gizmo that is available. I've got a 3D printed Mavic Clone. I think maybe some of you have probably seen the video showing you how I finished it. One of the things though that I was most interested in was to be able to go and get the same Mavic props working on the clone. Problem was you can't get the kind of motor, at least I haven't found one anyways, that fits on a Mavic. And if you want to go and put the props on, you basically have to cut the tabs off and drill the center of it out, and that tends to make it a little bit weak and runs the potential for it to break. Well, since I wanted to go and do that, I thought maybe I could come up with a way of adapting it so that I could go and take a Mavic prop and put it on a standard motor. So I set about putting some drawings together and coming up with an idea, and theoretically I had come up with a solution that would work. Unfortunately, I am not a 3D designer nor a 3D printer kind of guy, so I wasn't able to go and make it a reality. So at the end of the day, I basically picked up my ball and I went home. Enter the picture a fellow by the name of Granville. Now Greg, he had the same idea. He wanted to go and put the Mavic props on his 3D printed clone, and so he thought he'd make an adapter. Well, he reached out to me and I sent him all the drawings and the information that I had. I showed him the little kit that comes from Banggood. These are the direct replacements for the items that actually go on a 3D printed Mavic. They come in a little package, and they're about $3. And he was able to take my drawings and turn it into this. Now he subsequently took what I had and he modified it and made it his own, and I think he's done an amazing job on it. He's put a nice little metal pin in here that the prop would go on, and it's quite solid. It seems to be well balanced. Looks pretty good. The only thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have the brass inserts so that this can be screwed to it. So here's a version with the brass inserts. So what I want to do right now is just show you how I put the brass inside. So I just take my drill and just give it a little bit of a drilling, because the holes are a little bit small. It's something I'll let Greg know that maybe he needs to make the holes a little bit bigger. If you're going to put brass in it, I'm putting brass because I think it's stronger. Ready? So then the next thing I do is I just take my Allen key and I stick it in the hole, like so. And I take the piece of brass and I just put it on top, just because I want to make sure that it lines up to the right spot. And then I take my trusty little soldering pencil and put it on the center. And with a little bit of pressure, down she goes, and then we lay it down on something flat just to make sure she's nice and straight. Grab a couple more pieces of brass. Normally this needs a little bit of a twisting because some of the plastic is melted around it. So there we go. And then we stick that through. And again, put the item on and give it a heat. Okay. Set it down, make sure the Allen key is nice and straight. Push down hard, and make sure the Allen key goes through. We want to make sure it's clear. And then the last one. There we go. Okay. Put the heat to it. like so. Again, set her flat. Okay, and turn your Allen key, make sure it pokes through. And then I'm just going to go and run it on some sandpaper. Just running it a little bit of sandpaper there. Okay, just to make sure that the bottom is flat. I don't have any plastic sticking up. Here's the motor I'm going to put it on. So it goes on top like so. We line up the screw hole. Put the screw in. Okay. And I have 2 smaller screws. These things are a pain. I think my screwdriver is starting to wear out on the tip, so come on. In we go. And the last screw. Oops. Come on. There we go. Now, put this little spring on top. Come on. The spring goes on top. And then this plastic piece. Now this little kit comes from Banggood. It's like $2, $2.29 Canadian, so I don't know what it is in American, like 5 cents. This little thing goes on like that. There's some pins here just to help it line up. And I don't use the screws that come with the Banggood kit. As you can see, they're pretty small. I'm using a slightly longer screw. The plastic housing that Greg's made is pretty long, so I'm using or pretty thick I should say, so I'm using a longer screw just to make sure that I get all the way down to the bottom. And there we go. It's nice and snug in there because it's also gone against the plastic that the thing is made out of. Put the next screw in. And our last screw goes in. I just grab a propeller. There we go. Take it off, give it a turn, put it on, just like so. Pretty simple. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll make up a little video and show you one of these things spinning up. I've never seen them actually spin, so don't know what the finished product is going to be like, but Greg, good job. Thank you very much for sending these to me. Very cool.